This is Majinoni, and here's a review for a comic book or graphic novel called Horror. Now, this was put out by Zenescope and Big City Comic Studio. Now, this is a story basically of a guy named Jacob Mars, and he is, I guess you could say, a government contractor, so to speak. I mean, a contractor is the wrong word because he was a salary person, but he does, the dirty jobs, assassinations, things like that. And due to downsizing, he gets fired, and he's on his own. Well, as you can imagine, he has an expensive lifestyle, ex-wives, expensive place, things like that. So he gets hooked up with another organization, but before he can make an arrangement with them, his contact is assassinated by our government because they can't have him work for the enemy. From there, he's offered a job as now he's more of a contractor, and he basically gets jobs for assassination, protection, things like that. Now, overall, I think the story has a lot of potential, but I think there's a couple things that are really holding it back. The first is the way the stories are written. It's they're very, very short story arcs. So what happens is you start to get involved and it's over. He goes out to do the assassination, he kills the guy, and it's over. There's no big scope to the storyline. It's just, it's like one and done's type thing. Now, towards the end, you get a bigger sense that maybe there's something more going on, or there's more that's going to happen from it. But I think everything that leads up to it, to that ending, it's, you don't get the sense of a big picture. And I think that's unfortunate, because that's one thing that I'm looking for in terms of a story is I want a grand epic adventure versus start, stop. Now, the second problem that I have is the art. Now, so you have to be really careful because there's scenes that may not be appropriate. The art isn't great. I think some of the women, and sometimes they're okay, other times they're not that good. Like, let me see if I can get you one example. Like, there's one picture here that looks like the guy just looked at a drawing, and here we go. See, it just looks like he copied something and he kind of failed at the copying. Because I can't imagine, like those 5 women on a stairway like that. And there's another part here where you look at the facial expressions. Like this one up here, it's not really that, it's kind of like, what are you really trying to convey? And I think unfortunately that hampers things a little bit. Now, on the plus side, Jacob is really an asshole. And he's a very, I guess you could say, it's a very one-dimensional character. He wants his sex, he wants his money, and he wants to be shooting things. Now, under normal circumstances, a character like that could be very limiting to a story, but on another hand, it opens up potentially for growth. And that's one thing that I'm thinking would make this book a lot more interesting, is if there was, like a volume 2, volume 3 type thing. I would like to see his character start to develop a little bit more. I guess you can, I don't want to say he's a blank canvas, but he's definitely something that could become great. We just need more time to develop that. Now, for people who do like short stories, I guess you can say, this would be perfect. For an example, you can read about 5-6 pages, stop, and then put it down, take out the garbage, do your dishes, go to school, go to work, put the book away because you're on the train, and you get yourself, you can pick it up again. And you don't have that sense of, what did I miss? Because, they're short individual stories. There is some decent violence in there. it's very adult in that sense. People are getting shot. There is a lot of sex scenes. So if you like that kind of stuff, that's also going to be a plus. One thing that I would like is to expand on the violence a little bit more. But at least for what I got here, that part did keep me entertained. So I get one thing you can say is this is like a mixed bag for me. I can see where there's potential, but I think this volume here is a little bit limiting to that. I want more, and I think this is a type of book that I probably would have bought years ago and liked a lot, but ever since I've read a lot more manga, and I've been reading, the mature lines from Marvel and DC. I just need a little bit more, just a little bit more. But anyways, if you have any comments or questions, let me know. Rate the video up or down, let me know what you think. And like the Facebook link down there. And if you want to check it out, like I said, it's at Zenescope Comics. And until next time.